happy to be here. Thanks to everyone at the People's Assembly who invited me to participate here today. I'm particularly grateful because something that is about where we hope to address inequality and unfairness. I obviously face accusations of being, you know, part of the 1% myself, but I wasn't designed in a laboratory with Jimmy Carr and Adele. I'm from Grays in Essex. I signed on for 8 years. I lived on benefits myself. Were it not for the benefits I received, I would not have been able to work on my quite severe heroin and crack addiction. So I'm not suggesting that that is what the majority of service users and benefit users are using their benefits on. But like what? I suppose what I want to address is this, that it is not an inadvertent or irrelevant or hypocritical that I speak to you from the position of celebrity. The reason I became, worked to get into this position is because where I grew up, Grays in Essex, I felt like there were low expectations, low possibilities for people. People like me didn't have an awful lot of opportunity. I was presented with a marvellous, glistening spectacle. I remember as a kid when they built Lakeside Shopping Centre, I felt it was going to be the best thing that happened to my town and my community. Little did I realise that what that would do would suck the life out of the town centre, destroy the ties of community, and along with the erosion of jobs in that area, the closure of the Ford's factory where my grandfather and many of my friends worked, it brought to its knees a community of proud working people. This is an issue that affects the 100%, because none of us can be happy as long as any of us are treated with discrimination, as long as any of us suffer from inequality. I feel qualified to talk on this issue because when I was poor and complained about inequality, I was accused of hypocrisy, I was accused of bitterness and jealousy. Now I've got some money and I talk about inequality, they just accuse me of hypocrisy. It seems simply this subject ain't wanted on the agenda. Any event like this that draws people together, where we acknowledge our common unity, a coalition of people coming together to support an important issue like this, shows that people that, you know, work there, and they are just people, I've met them, and, you know, Caroline, she's alright. It's not like they're inherently evil, is it? It's not like that they too have like a human essence and are sort of somewhere within them, souls. But when we, for what I think is important, what's important for me is the acknowledgement that power isn't there, power is here, power is within us. In a way, the revolution that's required is not a revolution of radical ideas, but simply the implementation of the ideas that they say we already have. Democracy would be nice, actually, where people were represented, where people's feelings were represented. I don't believe that the people of this country want to focus their hatred and anger on other people that don't have wealth or power. It's quite clear that the people that have wealth and power are the people that need to change, are the people that need to acquiesce, are the people that need to yield. So focusing our antipathy upon one another is unnecessary and unproductive. Coalitions of this nature have to grow. Collectivization of power has to grow. We have to accept responsibility for our own communities, take power back from here, and continue to recognise that power is with us in our essence. I just by coincidence ran into a mate of mine who I went to school with in Grays. He gave me this thing about firefighters. They rescue people, not bankers. Oh yeah, here's a thing I heard. So we should do that. That looked like I was throwing away the concept. I didn't mean that. I honour it. Wear it. Wear it. How does this become like a shoot? I've been arrested. I was here that day that they took turf from Parliament Square and put it on Churchill's head. Later on down that road, I watched the Black Bloc destroy that McDonald's, which, you know, they don't agree with the desecration and destruction of public property. They don't support any violent form of revolution. I think peaceful change is what we want. But what the point I will make is that I fucking ended up naked that day as well, and it wasn't, it wasn't a good look. It was a particularly cold May Day, I will add. Alright, hold on a sec. Hold the mic then, Sam. I have given you even my vanity. The last boundary, the one thing that keeps us from being completely connected, my belief in the individualistic self as a concept. All right, so that's the thing I'm interested in. So when we're talking about austerity, like them principles that they deny us access to exist among them. They have fellowship and common unity among each other. When their friends in the financial industry fuck up and lose trillions and trillions of dollars, they are supported and they are bailed out. Then why do these principles not apply to us? It's not as if the administration and bureaucratic capability doesn't exist within the week of... Silence, please, dear friend. Silence, comrade. That in the week that followed the 9/11 attacks, the bank accounts of any person suspected of being involved in Al-Qaeda were frozen. Their assets were frozen and taken. Why are these principles not applied to the people that collapsed the financial industry in 2008? You know the answer to this rhetorical question is because they have common unity, they have a shared purpose. The people in this building, generally speaking, do not represent us, they represent their friends in big business. We know this. It's time for us to take back our power. The power has always been ours. It's time for us to take back our common unity. This will be a peaceful, effortless, joyous revolution. I'm very grateful to be involved with the People's Assembly. I'm very grateful to be asked to be here today. I want to give a plug to UK Uncut and their action next Saturday at Boots. Yeah, Boots. When is it? 3 o'clock next Saturday? Loots. Nice. Love a pun. Love a pun. This movement does need more humour. No puns ever. John Cleese. Okay, all right, so yeah, that would be a good event to attend. And I think, now it is effortless. Now I think the connection is occurring. I think that we will effortlessly ride to these kind of changes. We only have to make the decision within ourselves, although even this loose coalition is falling apart just here. I'm really, really honoured to be here. I feel that this is where I belong. I know that there are no answers in fame or fortune or superficial pleasures. I know that the answers and happiness comes when we connect with one another, when we join together to look after one another. I'm very grateful to be a part of that process in any capacity. Thank you very much, all of you, for being here. I'll come hang out for a little while. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Cheers, everyone.